Entering a brand new decade, time really does fly. Stronger bosses and stronger equipment, we'll really have to try. 24 full years of questing, making dead we've never been. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2010. Welcome back to August 10th, 2010. We're sitting here outside Daemonheim, because we're going to go down into the dungeons. And that also explains where all of my things went. Everything was alked, sold, all the money stored at the Kingdom of Miscellanea. Just have to go back there every day before reset to take the money out so they don't take any of my money. It's an option. Will save us 75,000 coins, so definitely worth it. And it's easy to get over there now. You just need to home teleport to Lumbridge every 30 minutes is possible. Run over to the Xanaris shed, take the fairy ring over there with all of our, we finished Fairy Tale Part 3, so we don't need a staff anymore, power. And just take the money out, we'll wait till after we reset, put the money back in. And that'll be a free coin storage. Eventually there's going to be a coin pouch and we don't need to worry about this. And also, we'll be able to have more than 7.5 million coins. Well, that's a problem for later. For right now, we just need to get a few more updates before it's time to go down inside here. On August 11th, 2010, website maintenance. Cause always be something. Maintain the website, making things work. Very good. On August 12th, 2010, the Jagex Clan Cup results. There were 322 combined clan wars and sealing creation gains, millions of experience in the skilling cup, total of 8 winning clans, which are going to get a plaque in-game, and one person from each clan gets one of the big tickets for the membership and the trip and all that. So that's fun. Also have a blog on hit marks. Styles of damage, shows you what style of damage you're doing or getting, who's taking it. Damage soaking indicators, your hits will be brighter than other people's if you're doing multi-combat stuff. Deflection markers, if you missed versus hit a 0, max hit indicators. All sorts of ideas for getting more information on the hit effects. Not the current one that's going to be this one, but it's a work in progress. On August 16th, 2010, more website maintenance. And it's also the last day for RuneFest competition entries. So get your everything in there. On August 17th, 2010, website maintenance. This time, inbox and customer support stuff. Also of note, Jagex was shortlisted for the UK Developer of the Year award at the Golden Joysticks Awards. So, that's fun. Go vote for that, crash the website again with millions of votes. Fun stuff. And that gets us to August 19th, 2010, where we have some patch notes. Reclaiming charts for clue scrolls have been fixed. The elite clue arrow of which direction it is won't spin around crazily, which is not very helpful. A larger rope click box in the living rock caverns. Makes it easier to get out of there. And something that might be slightly more useful for us. The Strange Rock Collection Bag. Store all the rocks in the bag instead of having to have them in the inventory. Or just not have them on at all. Because that would to make the actual statue would require us to do things like go do herb lore and stuff, which is always a bit of a pain. And then even if we did do a bunch of the Strange Rock statue stuff, we would end up with partial statue pieces every other week that can't go in the house, so it's kind of more of a hassle than it's worth currently. But if we wanted to, we would get more chances of construction rocks now, so that's good. Also a search feature for music, well, that's fun. But for the most part, what we're really here for is the dungeoneering changes. We've got faster rune crafting, a one-time reset of the class ring, which we haven't even started doing yet. Combine a starting toolkit. It will remember which complexity you have if you're going to the next floor. You don't want to change it to the next complexity level. Mostly useful if you're trying to go through the complexity 1 floors and just blitz through it fast. Well, there's also some skilling opportunities in complexity 2. We'll see how much we want to make use of that, because we're still a few updates short of making things really, really simple and easy. What we're mostly interested in here is deeper and deeper. The Occult floors, requiring level 71 to 93 dungeoneering, taking place on floors 36 to 47. We got new monsters, new puzzles, new bosses, and new rewards. Let me go check out the rewards trader here. Even more of these things. Previously had the whole other list of things that exist here, now there's more. There's a lot of things in this shop, some of which don't exist yet still. Anyways, should be a scroll of life we already got. There's a scroll of efficiency for 20,000 tokens. Original effect, chance to save a bar on smithing things that take more than 3 bars. Changed slightly with the mining and smithing rework. Well, that's okay. We've got the herbicide for 34,000 tokens. Burns herbs that are dropped. You can decide which herbs, and then you get double the cleaning XP, which is really not that much. But especially for a bunch of herbs that we wouldn't even make use of, it's better than nothing. Does not work on noted herbs though, so A lot of places have noted herbs. Later updates make that much more useful and convenient for us. We've also got the Magical Blast Box, which is 40,000 tokens, stores air, chaos, and death runes, wields in the shield slot. You can use those runes to cast bolt and blast spells. That was removed with the evolution of combat. We got the Ring of Vigor for 50,000 tokens. Reduce the costs of special attacks by 10%. And by 10%, it really means 10% of what it was. So it goes from like 50 to 45, saving 5%, which is 10% of 50. So it's not like going from 25 to 15 or anything crazy like that. Still allowed for some interesting combos, and eventually is a pretty good ring, and eventually is a passive. That's much later. And lastly, we got the Scroll of Rigor. Much like the Scroll of Augury, this is a new prayer you can unlock for 140,000 tokens. It's the new ranged prayer. And that was also changed to unlock with the Knight's Wave training grounds with piety and everything after Evolution of Combat. Lots of things changed with the Evolution of Combat. We will worry about that when we get there. And we're kind of getting there, honestly. But for now, we got some more Legacy Mode dungeoneering to go do. Open the party interface. Let's see where we are here. Current progress. We're on floor 27. The furnished floors. Dun, 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 dun. I'll just do the furnished floors still on small for right now. 2, 3, 4. This is floor 33. Should be able to get to like floor 35. Yeah. So in here, we got a few new things. Let's get down here into floor 27, complexity 6. Should be great. And our previous progress here was 33. So that's going to increase here, I think. Enter dungeon. We can now do medium dungeons, but we want to do those on the higher floors where it's more worth it. Show that off when we actually get to a floor we want to do a medium on. Anyways, here we are. We got some stuff, some other stuff. Go sell some stuff, do some stuff. Got the map over here now, which is great. Trade the smuggler. Sell some things. These Catagon knives. Gonna need some essence and feathers. Let's see what's in that starting pack thing they were saying. See if that's even a thing anymore. We got feathers. We got essence. Might not be a thing. We got ores, and plants, and hides, and fish, and logs, and seeds, and low-level arrows, herblore stuff. Get some essence out. And tools. Very cheap stuff. Yep. It's basically been changed a little bit here. That's alright. What we can do now is make use of the group gatestone, along with law runes and air runes, or cosmic runes. Make some law runes for teleporting. Make some cosmic runes. We can always get more essence if we need to. So yeah. I have group gatestone teleport with the group gatestone. Can make regular gatestones. Use those. And then go around. Still trying to avoid the doors that give divination XP because that's not a thing yet. Yeah, in general. That's kind of the idea. Don't need to find anything. You can also get a upgrade for the ring here. Customize the Ring of Kinship. Melee options. Tank, Tactician, Berserker, Sniper, Keen-Eye, Desperado, Laser Blaster, Blitzer, Medic, Gatherer, and Artisan stuff. For now we only have access to one at a time and only one opportunity to change it. What you want to do? Chance of hitting with bow. Reduces target's defense with range attacks. Damage of range attacks. We really want damage of range attacks. First ones are very, very cheap. So it's worth it. Plus 11%. First one's like plus 10% or something. 135, yes. Go for 175, you betcha. 300, 600, 1300, 400. 6,000 is getting a little expensive for only 1% more. So that'll do for now. So now we're going to be doing a whole bunch of extra damage. And that'll be good. We're going to get through the dungeons, get some experience, get some tokens, get to the higher level floors. Oh, there is our first level here. Level 70, Dungeoneering. About that, leave the dungeon. Yep. And with 70 Dungeoneering, we actually have some things we can get. Let's see, jump down out here. Look at the actual info here. This is the Arcane Stream Necklace, maybe? Chaos Tunnels Black Demon Dungeon. Need to go look at that. Skull of Daemonheim, don't think that exists yet. Pressing Sniper and Brawler Knockout Necklace. I think a lot of these are related to other things. Dungeoneering Fragments. Advanced Smithing Auto Heater. Those don't exist. Also, interesting thing for us right now is the Chaos Tunnel stuff. Let's go look at that. We can see it from here. Black Demon's Room in the Chaos Tunnels. Need to run on over in here. Past the Black Demons. And we can find 9,600 XP. And more Black Demons. Just in case there was not enough Black Demons in the previous room for you. Again, another thing that's more useful, kind of during Slayer, kind of during when these weren't already a thing. That's alright. There's an agent that we can't look at. That doesn't exist. What does exist is opening up the ring again here and going into a medium-sized floor. Medium dungeon, floor 31. With a medium dungeon, it is 4 by 8 rooms, so I can change up how things are going pretty substantially. We're gonna need plenty of runes for teleporting around. Sell some stuff, buy some essence. And if we need more, we can always come back. We'll just see if 50 is just enough to start with. Make some runes. Some combination of law and cosmic. Can get some bonus runes based on rune crafting level and everything. A couple changes to that. Exactly how that works later. That's okay. Okay. So here we are in the first room. Don't got the right key for that, so we have to go this way. The hope is that we would get most of the rooms open to get the largest chunk of XP. And that'd be great. Here's a puzzle room. Coriander. Some of these puzzle rooms are actually with this update or other updates or later. Just due to the way that the puzzle rooms work. Some of them are specific to the floors. Some of them don't exist yet, were added later, etc., etc. But in general, there's only a few that we haven't actually seen yet. We'll look at those new puzzle rooms when we get there, if we see them. For the most part, it's alright. Let me just keep going through the dungeon, now extending further and further. With our access to 2 teleports across the entire dungeon, along with the potential to use the home teleport. We have to be a little bit stingy with where we put our teleports at. Get the riddle from the Horde Stalker. Wait, I can make you dead, but currently I have no head. I need a headless arrow. And there's one. It's only so much of a puzzle when it's one of the things lying around in the room. Well, that's okay. Alright. There's an archer. We're doing fine in terms of Promethean arrows. We need to be a stronger archer than that to get us Promethean arrows anyways. Also getting closer to another boss here later that we're going to unlock, which will actually be able to give us the best bows and arrows. So that'll be nice if we randomly get that. The chances for things are not always the best though. Anyways, keep opening more doors, getting further and further over. Yeah, a medium dungeon is twice the size of a small dungeon. Could even go ahead and do some construction stuff. Make the group portal at the start. It's not super necessary. We got the teleport to it, so that's pretty much taking care of it, honestly. Here we're out far enough here, and there's enough rooms. This could be a suitable spot to place down the regular gatestone here. There's also a difference between the group gatestone and the regular gatestone, in that the group gatestone is always existing, while the regular gatestone can be crafted and moved. As it currently stands. Here's what we got. I was trying to remember which each of the doors are. It can be definitely something. Just keep running, opening up doors, going further. Not as good as you're gonna get. So this is currently at the Crimson Wedge door. We don't have that, so we're gonna go around to the other spots. Keep this one here so we can go up that way. There's not too much of the dungeon in this corner. There's a purple corner. It's a purple rectangle. Guardian door. Pickaxe. Turn on the range leech prayer. Do a little extra damage. It all kind of works out. We got our experience set to ranged and defense. That's more accurate. More salvials. With a longer dungeon, we have more opportunities to take a bunch of damage also. That's also something to consider. Oh yeah. Just do the medium floors here for the highest level floors that we can get to. Squeeze out additional experience from that. There's an orange rectangle door. Not quite it. We need an orange rectangle when we come back this way. Over here we have a purple corner which we can unlock. Perfect. Just kind of make your way through the dungeon. There's very likely to be many, many more rooms up this way, though. That's something we need to consider. And we can also get stopped by any skill doors that we can't open, which then decreases the amount of XP we get for the floor. Ideally, just keep on running through, open up all the doors, make a whole bunch of progress, have a great time. Keeps on going. With this 4x8 configuration, there's lots of opportunities for very, very long series of doors and rooms. Which then, if you don't have a good teleport to move back between them, can get you into a situation where it's a very, very long run back. Later on, with an additional gatestone, have even more options. So up here we have a purple triangle door all the way over here. At this point, it probably would have been a good idea to grab the group gatestone, bring that with us. Or it might just be in here. Also an option. Purple triangle. Eh. Sometimes things just work out. You'll have to see them. Okay. So far it's looking pretty good for our chances of opening lots and lots of the doors here. Well, that's nice. Prayer is running out a little bit. That's okay. Not a huge deal. There is a very high level mage. Actual combat stats and damage on everything is really, really not what it originally was. Lets us get around through here, doing anything we want, basically. There's another room down that way. Crimson Wedge. Don't even have the Crimson Wedge yet. Let's go to this door. That is Crimson Corner, which we do have. We're going the wrong way. Yeah. Larger amounts of rooms takes longer to do, but the experience is also a lot higher. And makes more use of the bonuses. In here. I can move this further this way. Open this room, go to that room, open that room. Moving and grooving. Should be a very substantial XP drop at the end of the floor here. That's kind of the whole idea. Here's Crimson Wedge. A Guardian Door. Defeat all these guys in one hit. Yeah, it was strong enough. With all this bonus damage from the class ring and everything, we really do get through the combat portions very, very easily. Well, that's okay. Here. There still possibly could be more doors behind here. There is space on the map for it. And every additional door we open is bonuses. Kinda. Dun, 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 dun. Every additional door that we open of the ones that exist, I suppose. It's all calculated and everything. Open this door, and that's it. That is all the doors. You'll have to see it. I just need to defeat the quote-unquote boss. Again, with combat changes and the fact we have 99 range, a lot of the bosses are not particularly difficult. Well, that's okay. There's still a few. We definitely don't want to die to the bosses, because that is minus experience. There we go. There's the Furium Kite Shield we don't need. Finish the dungeon for 23,000 XP. That's pretty good. And then we go to the next floor. It's another medium. And we do it again for a whole bunch of experience. And a few skilling doors with a too high level requirement on this floor. That should still be enough to make some progress here. We have access to the next floor, 34. And also, level 71, Dungeoneering. So we can immediately go to floor 34 here. And we've unlocked a saga requirement, Skeletal Trio, Rune Behemoth, Grave Creeper on floor 36. So immediately, we'll be able to go floor 34, 35, and 36. All medium. All. Plenty of XP. This floor looks worse. Had a skilling thing we couldn't do. Had a key back there to get to that one, because had all that area. In terms of bonuses, we got a little bit. 19,000 XP, floor 35 available. Sounds good to me. Floor 36 unlocked. And that is an important new floor. Because now, we are in the Occult floors. You can tell by the way that it is. All purple and stuff. New monsters. New things. Generally still pretty similar, though. Sell some stuff. Get some teleporting. Definitely going to want this as a medium floor. I have to decide how many medium floors we want to do. It's going to be a question. We'll figure it out. Law runes, Chaosic runes, making stuff, dropping stuff, going places. Guardian Door and Guardian Door. Good start. So I have plenty of the same enemies also. Got like Forgotten Rangers. Also, some more magical things happening too. Looking on for the highest level rangers, we want to get a couple more arrows, but it's fine. Going around, picking up things, going places. Let's see what we got. Guardian Door with no enemies. It's a bold strategy. Up through there. We got a demon. That's new and magical. Occult and all that. Yeah. A few demons. Necromancers. New bosses also, which we're going to be aware of. Let's just keep going. Still have all the various resources. Pyre Fiend. There's an animated book. Very magical. Pyre Fiend's more of a Slayer monster. It can probably be everywhere. In general, it's another floor. Somewhat more difficult. Higher level floors, kinda. It's kind of the idea, in theory. In practice, not particularly too much more difficult. Just a regular old mage. He's just always here. Enter this door here. We got a ferret puzzle. Okay. That's gonna take a little bit. Where is the tree we can chop? There it is. Make some stuff. We got our axes and pickaxes and all that. Make a track, make a track, make a track. Play some places. Chase a ferret. I think there's also some kind of ways to get the ferret, but in general, just kind of chasing it around works well enough. I need to go all the way over here and be in a position where it's going to run away from us. Hopefully get got. Let's run that side of there. Chase it that way. There we go. Something like that. Destroy the key crystal thing. And away we go. There's another big old demon. It's a lesser demon. Pretty strong one at that. Typically when there's only one enemy in the room, it's a bit stronger. There is a whole system for spawning in the enemies here. There's a guardian door with one zombie, so he's pretty strong. Stronger guys also drop more and better food and stuff, so it mostly evens out here. And they're all weaker than they would have been, so that's alright. From here, you have one salvial. Roughly pays for it. Right door, fight some guys. There's a necromancer. He makes zombies. which is not too surprising as a necromancer. Makes a lot of sense. And then we can either fight the zombies or wait for them to despawn. If we're in a rush and we have a guardian door we're dealing with, generally better to kill the zombies. Depends how things are going. There's a crimson corner door. We currently have that one. Put this place down, that for now, and continue forwards. There's a ghost. That different. Guardian door. We're fighting the ghost. Hitting a ghost with an arrow. Makes a lot of sense. We also still have our Gorgonite Maul here for when we need to fight specifically things that are completely resistant to range, like Sagittarius. Could also technically go for a magic weapon for that, but we don't really have runes also available since we're already using the ammo slot for the arrows. That's okay. Green rectangle, we just picked it up. Perfect. Auto retaliate, kill some stuff. Also works. Blue crescent door. Take a bunch of damage. Got some food along the way. Crimson corner. Bencha. Got a new regular gate stone. There, so we can go back that way. No corner. Crimson shield. And it's just a guardian door. That's alright. Guardian door here. Blue crescent. We also have that one. Here's a crimson diamond. Some crimson crescent. We also have that. We can get through the entire floor here. That'd be pretty good. Demon and book. And a key we pick up. Now. We can pick this up and move it over one room at least. Maintaining where the gate stones are. Also very important. More important for when you're like doing group large dungeons too. Then you move the gate stone around and then move the group gate stone to somebody else's gate stone. It's a whole thing. Yeah. We found the boss there. That's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna go finish the floor first now. Diamond, you betcha. Taking more damage, fighting more stuff, going through places, see if there's any keys. Some more food. If we needed to, we could always fight more things to get a few more pieces of food and stuff. Still have a handful though, that should be fine. Keys in here, nope. One more location, one more key. We even need to bring the gate stone. At maximum possibility, there's gonna be one more room behind this guardian door. So that's alright. And it is, indeed, with the last key. Beautiful. You can kind of tell how much is left. You combine the keys you have and everything. In general, there's no time for a boss fight. Okay. This is the Skeletal Trio. Necromancers have resurrected 3 guys. 1 melee, 1 range, 1 magic. They use prayers. We've got 2 combat styles. Let's get it. We fight the ones we can. Get attacked by everybody. They don't have a huge amount of health, which is nice. And he's resistant. They're all resistant to range. We pop on them all, smack them up. It's definitely our weaker combat style. You need to be a little bit aware of that. When it switches back to not protected from range, you can put the bow back on. That'll be good. It's even stronger since we did the ring that gets it even stronger. So, protect the archer while he's not resistant to range. A little bit of food. Ideally, with a higher level, we can have more binds and have like a chestplate for some armor or something. Just a little bit. It would make our secondary style less accurate, but still. And here's our reward. We get a short bow and arrows. So there is a chance that we can get the level 99 short bow and 99 arrows here. And that would be a big help. Boosting us from the level 90 stuff. But we didn't get it this time. That's alright. And the dungeon. Next floor, not available, so we need to reset. But for our highest level floor, our highest level prestige, everything filled, we got 30,000 XP. That's pretty good. Now we leave. Yep. And then we reset. Everything's gonna give slightly more XP since we got to new floors. And we're gonna see if we're going to be trying to speed through the lowest floors. That's even a possibility. Open. Reset progress. Yes. I think we still wouldn't have access to like rune crafting at the start, so we wouldn't have all the gate stones with the ability to teleport to them in the C1s. So honestly, it might still just be faster to just go to small floors. We will think about it. Decided to go through the frozen floors in complexity 1. It is pretty quick. And there's still a little XP. Only a few hundred. But enough to get level 72 Dungeoneering. And that is nothing. 73 Dungeoneering. That is a couple things. Floor 37. And the Mercenaries gloves, if we want to get those, which we don't. Back up to medium floors. At the higher floors here. There is 27,000 XP on floor 31 for level 74 Dungeoneering. Even numbers, typically not really too many things often. Not this time. Down at the bottom, the deepest we've been, floor 36. This is a new boss, the Rune-bound Behemoth. He's got prayers, he's got crystals. Do something with something here. Activate this. No, he's not protected from range, we can shoot him. Something like that. Something like that. And then the crystals can come back if the boss is actually strong enough, which it is there. So since it's doing this, we'll switch our secondary style. It's the warrior, smack with them all, and win. And there you go. Easy as that. And that is a full clear. One room from an absolutely full medium dungeon, my goodness. Took a little bit. Pretty worth it though. That was 31,000 XP. We've unlocked the next floor, 37. We've unlocked the next level, Dungeoneering, level 75, which is floor 38, which just said that. Also, a quest requirement, and the Awkward Hidden Mine, which we can go look at. In the Awkward Mine, through the mysterious entrance, we get 11,000 XP, and a achievement or something for just coming here the first time. Previously this had silver and gold, but those were replaced with mining and smithing rework or things. It also has gem rocks, which is precious gem rocks, which is about correct. And also some impling spawns. I don't know if you can spawn any good implings. This is definitely a whole place full of treasure. More convenient spot to mine gem rocks, I suppose. Since we have the gold right outside. Floor 37. Got another skeletal trio. Got a book about that. Few doors couldn't open because of farming level. Was one off from getting the best bow there. That's alright. Should still be a good chunk of XP here. 26,000. Reach floor 38. That's alright. Just having more floors for the prestige is very valuable in itself. Sad times on floor 38. I think we pretty much did only the critical path here, as the next room was stopped by divination. Managed to finish the floor though. Honestly, it could be worth it to quit this dungeon and try another one. But here we go. Next floor, not available. We get 16,000 XP. But now we have to reset again. 76 dungeoneering. Well, that's going to be nothing. Weekly's break. I did okay in the circus. I got clown leggings. Look great. 77 dungeoneering. Well, that is a few different things. A quest requirement. The Necrolord. And floor 39. Finally came across one of the new puzzle rooms. Technically, a lot of these are new puzzle rooms, like the bridge tightropes or something. But this is actually one we haven't had before, so that's slightly different. This is blocks and colors in the shelves. We just mix up some colors. Successfully mixing blue, green, yellow, and violet. Push some blocks. Get them where we want them. Right on top of the other colors here. So with a little bit of pushing, a little bit of mixing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Do sometimes run into puzzles and doors we can't open because of the level requirements. Well, this is the first room in this entire dungeon, so it's gonna be possible, is the idea. You put the blocks, and then you put the right colors on the blocks. I guess you could also put the colors on the blocks and then move them. Either way works. All colors activated. Yeah. Here is the next boss, the Grave Creeper. He's in this room. A whole bunch of plinths and tombs. He does stuff. Mechanics. Some of them actually matter. He's burying in the ground, which poisons or corrupts the areas. So you don't want to stand in there. You dig some more, and even more of them. You can cleanse it or something. Throws axes. Dig some more. Just go stand in places where it's not a problem. I don't know if you can close the tomb. Don't need to though. And you get chain bodies. For the most part, the actual drops from the bosses don't actually matter. Looking for the short bow, but besides that. Anyways, that was a very, very full floor 36 here. That'd be a huge chunk of XP. It is 34,000. Nice. 78 dungeoneering. What is nothing? Getting close to a level where an even number is going to be important. Here is the final puzzle room. There's technically another one that's in floors that don't exist yet, so. This is the books puzzle. Specifically, there's books flying between the bookcases. You rotate them to get them to the other bookcases. That's the idea, at least. So we can see, originally it was colors, but between the lighting and colorblind mode, it is now shapes more than anything. So we can see which are in each of these here. We have the star and the circle on this side, and the other two on the other side here, so. Rotate these around. These ones are now here. Star and triangle are correct. Rotate, rotate, rotate. And those will go into their homes. And then we just need to switch the other ones around. All the way across. Does take a little bit. Every puzzle just takes a little bit of time. Takes a little bit more time. I'm gonna make sure it goes into the right bookcases here. Where did it even go? Okay. There it is. And now we rotate that, and we should be good. The doors are unlocked. Wow. Floor 39, unlocked. And a very good floor 38 got us 34,000 XP. Alright. Highest floor. Unlock some more. A fully cleared floor 39 gives us the inability to go to the next floor and 38,000 XP. And now, we reset again. 79 dungeoneering. That is another floor here. Floor 40. Once we get there. Level 80 dungeoneering. Milestone, achievements, and unlocks. We'll leave the dungeon. And we're outside. With a lot of things to look at. Level 80 dungeoneering is very nice, as that is Chaotix. Chaotic crossbow, kite shield, longsword, maul, rapier, staff, eagle eye kite shield, farseer kite shield, and later the secret pet, chaotic spear, crate, dungeoneering outfit pieces with 20 invention. So we can go get a chaotic weapon if we wanted to. We can also go to the Brimhaven Metal Dragon dungeon, which we will. But getting a chaotic obviously has a few issues with it. If we shop here, we will see that we do not have enough tokens to purchase a chaotic weapon. Most of them are going to be 200,000, and we have 179,000 since we purchased a few things earlier. So we still need more tokens from continuing to train more here. And also, if we get a chaotic weapon, that is a thing that we're going to have, and then we would have to destroy it to go back in the dungeons or other places like that. So we're going to hold off on that for now, because we have more dungeoneering to do. But first, the resource dungeon. It sure is convenient that metal dragons aren't aggressive. Mysterious entrance. Here, deep in the Brimhaven dungeon. Out here, we got a whole pile of iron and steel dragons. And if we go inside here, we find 12,800 dungeoneering XP and some iron and steel dragons. Should also be a area over here that's not exist yet. Over here we have a hammer and an anvil, maybe? Maybe that was removed. I don't know. Anyways, this is more dragons, I guess. That's something. Not really. Back to the Daemonheim dungeons. Unlocking more floors. There's floor 40. And we're going to immediately go to it. In the next floor here. Wow, it looks like the other ones. Here is the next boss. The Necro Lord. A very good reason to have ranged, because he's a mage over there past a wall of zombie hands. We're just over here, ranging him. He probably summons zombies or something. Gotta kill him fast enough it doesn't make a difference. Phew. And down he goes. That is the floor. Unfortunately, had some spots where we didn't have the levels to open up the doors. Been making a couple potions in order to boost stats to open up doors and things, but these are even beyond boosting stats. level. But hopefully it's enough. We end the dungeon here to unlock floor 41 by getting Dungeoneering level 81. So skip all that, and we can immediately go into floor 41, where we get even more XP, hopefully. Floor 41. A fully cleared floor 41. Also got a tier 11, which is level 99 shield here. Can't wear it because we don't have 99 defense. Wouldn't want that anyway. Anyways, see how much experience we get for this. Well, this is... the next floor is not available. 42,000 XP. That's pretty good. And then we leave, and we get 2 more prestige on all our floors, and get even more XP. 82 Dungeoneering. That's actually something, but it also isn't, because the Polypore dungeon does not exist yet. Or, the Polypore dungeon, well, the dungeon doesn't exist and the resource dungeon doesn't either. Yeah. Oh, weeklies. Penguins. Lamps. Only a little bit. We get some Herblore XP. 30,000. That's level 83 Herblore. That is Super Magic Mix 2, which would be just Magic Mix 2 at this point. Super Magic not a thing yet. We're not going to be mixing Barbarian Potions. That's just another Herblore level, which is difficult to get. Oh, level 83. Dungeoneering. Well, that is a few things. Like Flush Spoiler has gone out on floor 42. Well, there is floor 42 unlocked. Go through there. Ready for a new highest floor. Foiled by 101 fire making, because that's a thing. Potion boosts and all that. Next floor not available. So we leave and reset with a prestige 42. 84 Dungeoneering. That is nothing new. 85 Dungeoneering. Well, that is some unlocks. Specifically, floor 43 and the Ice Dungeon, Frost Dragon Dungeon in the Asgarnia Ice Dungeon. And later on, a Frost Dragon pet. That's fun. Let's go look at the Frost Dragons. Sounds like a very good and safe idea. It really is very icy, especially in the later updated graphics for the Asgarnia Ice Dungeon here. And through this mysterious entrance, you get 15,000 Dungeoneering experience. And here are the Frost Dragons. Unlike other dragons, they are still aggressive, so we brought the anti-dragon shield. And they also have a few other different changes in mechanics. Just fighting a dragon, too easy. Too many bots later. So in 2011, they got a special ability for when you are fighting them for a certain amount of time. They get a frosty orb that circles around them and reflects the damage that you do back on you. So that's dangerous. In terms of actual combat stats or anything, they're nothing too impressive. We should be able to take them down. And if we want to do that, you can do that to get their bones. Frost Dragon Bones. Better than regular Dragon Bones. For prayer experience. So that's definitely an option now. This is also the highest level resource dungeon that exists, so we have no more unlocks in that regard. For now. There's a lot of combat in Dungeoneering. So there is level 86 defense. from the half range, half defense XP. Also, 130 combat, so that's something. In terms of unlocks, nothing. That's alright. Take a look at this guy. He's gonna take a look at you. Flesh spoiler. Hazganak. Eyeballs all over the place, looking crazy. The next boss. We're going to shoot arrows into the giant eyeball. And then he explodes into a bunch of little guys and the core of the eyeball. These guys all attack. They're very weak. This would be a great time to use Protect from melee in the time where things protected and did damage and everything. Anyways, that's Promethean plate legs there. Can't even wield those. Finish the dungeon. That is unlocks floor 43 and brings us straight to floor 43. Also, the experience per floor is getting very nice up here. 46,000. Pretty good. Missed some rooms due to very high construction requirements. That still got us to not able to go to the next floor. And 34,000 experience, getting 86 dungeoneering. That is not this floor. Not doing this. No unlocks. Now we leave, reset, and get another prestige. Gonna be getting close here to a point where we don't get a new floor every run through. Depends how much more XP we keep getting. 87 dungeoneering. Well, that is, like every other odd number here, a new floor. Floor 44. Well, this will help a bit. Skeletal Trio boss finally got us the Sagittarian short bow and Sagittarian arrows. Examine this is tier 11, requiring level 99 to equip. So we're going to remove our current arrows and bow, destroy these. We can wield this, yep. Destroy Grave Creeper, destroy Prometheum, bind Sagittarian, bind Sagittarian. And now, if we go into the bind setup, our one bow here, we got our Corgonite Maul still, and a Sagittarian short bow. And that is in the wrong order. Want the bow equipped. Thanks. There you go. Upgrading from level 90 equipment to level 99. A little bit more damage. A little faster fights. Very cool. Floor 44. Unlocked. Then we go to it. Let's see if we can get a lot of XP. I actually went and reset that dungeon. Immediately ran into a bonus room that we didn't have the level for. Still don't have, what is 100 farming? Yep, to open that door. It's only one, that's okay. Should be a good chunk of XP here. Where we can't get to the next floor. 45,000. Acceptable. And now we reset with +1 prestige. Again. Level 88. Dungeoneering. That is nothing. 89 dungeoneering. That is a few new things. Floor 45. That can have Yklagor the Thunderous. Wow. And there's the floor unlock. Floor 45. Wow. Fully cleared. Floor 45. Actually see it here on the ring. Yeah. Should be a lot of XP for this. It's gonna be next floor not available. Yep. 54,000 XP. And then we reset. We have an additional prestige point. Again. Random Promethium hatchet from a zombie. High level one, for sure. Combine that, since it's the tool and it should be in the inventory and all that. Add a tool belt. Something. Now, slightly better at woodcutting, which we never really do in here. 90. Dungeoneering. Milestone. Achievements. Unlocks. Less so. That would be use 4 bound items, but that is currently at level 100, so we don't get that. Demon Horn necklace with 90 prayer. Don't have 90 prayer. Calgarian dungeon doesn't exist. Fireplace where things are kept doesn't exist. And Ports Adventure the Exile does not exist. So, basically nothing. The things I will do to be able to open up the last door on a full floor, final floor here. Made a Naturalist Potion to boost Herblore to 90 and immediately dropped off. Of course it did. Alright, let's try this again. Made Naturalist Potion to boost Herblore to 90, to make a strong Gatherer's Potion to boost mining to at least 95 here. Had to do both of those things to mine this rubble, to open this door for a full floor. And we also get the next and currently final boss of Dungeoneering, Yickalglor the Thunderous, down under this dome here. Some of these domes are a little bit more opaque than they really should be. But here we can do this fight. He's being trapped by mysterious mages. Take out enough of them, and they can no longer maintain the barrier. And now it's his turn. Breaks out. Blasts the rest of them down. You dare steal my power? I do. Come closer. I will not. Tries to pull us in. We stand behind a pillar. You a little blasting. That's fine. So it's got a don't look at it attack or something. Just hide behind the pillars, essentially. When necessary. Get some battle axes. More lore notes. And a whole book full of books. And let's see how much experience we get for this floor. Should be pretty good. Have not unlocked the next floor. Got through an entire series, entire prestige, and we're not getting a new prestige. What we are getting is 55,000 XP. So that's pretty good. Reset again. 91 Dungeoneering. That is floor 46. There is 92 Dungeoneering. That is halfway to 99, technically. You can really tell the XP curve on Dungeoneering is increasing as you increase in level, because of the whole prestige stuff. Anyways, that is no actual unlocks. And 99 isn't even maxed for Dungeoneering, so that's also something. Here's floor 46, unlocked, with 55,000 XP from the previous floor. It's pretty good. And now, even more XP, hopefully. Missed some rooms due to a 105 farming requirement, my goodness. That's still a decent amount of XP here, or we can't get the next floor. Need to get 40,000 XP, leave, reset. Now we have Prestige 46. The experience in other skills is also adding up here. All the puzzle rooms and skill doors and such. Especially the big cross mining rubble room was a lot of mining experience every time we found it. So that's led to being enough experience for level 87 mining. Well, that is 5% better critical swings for the mining and smithing rework stuff. That's something. And it's also the end of the floor, where we don't get the level, of course. Random complexity 1 dungeon go. Is that enough? Skip. Nope. Alright. This time, for sure. That is unlocking floor 47. Which is pretty cool. Because that was dungeoneering level 93. Which unlocked floor 47. Look at that. Floor 47. And here we are. On the last floor that currently exists. Technically I could go back through here. Actually do a high level floor. Medium. Lots of experience. But we're kind of done for now. Did this in a slightly different way to be able to get here without going through all the small floors first. Well, that's alright. Leave the dungeon. We made it to the final floor. We defeated all the bosses. And we got a lot of levels. Took a little bit. Took a little bit here. We now have 7,196,000 engineering XP. That's pretty good. If we come over to the rewards trader, we can get a few things. Or actually, a lot of things, since we have almost 700,000 tokens. We need to be smart about what we pick up here, though. Because if we get things that we need to get rid of later, that'd be a problem. So we're going to focus on only getting things that are actually going to be useful. Unlocks, specifically. We already got the Scroll of Life earlier for farming benefits. There's a whole bunch of scrolls in here that don't exist yet, but we can get the Scroll of... not those ones. Scroll of Efficiency for smithing bonus for 20,000. I think I yes on that. And the Scroll of Cleansing. Should be here somewhere. Scroll of Cleansing. Herblore stuff. We'll take that. And we've got plenty of tokens to purchase some chaotics. Level 80 weapons. Be pretty cool. But not right now. Just going to read our scrolls, get our bonuses, and be done. Need to go back to the kingdom, pick up my money, go buy runes for teleporting around, and buckle in for just not worrying about this too much for a little bit. We've got leagues coming. Just immediately here, honestly. Just barely managed to finish this up before we get to leagues catalysts. So while we're doing that, we will be possibly AFKing something. Think about exactly what we need to do. It's definitely going to involve having more than just the Ring of Kinship. Dungeoneering is done. Next time. Goodbye.